The enemy will not bother someone who has no threat to his kingdom. He doesn't fight unless he's afraid of what you're becoming. You were put here to build a kingdom of your own, and when life throws us curves, we don't understand this is the cost of being someone chosen. When you have an assignment, you can't move how you used to. The knockdowns will only make you stand up and fight again. We don't quit, we conquer and we fight. At times the struggles come relentless, but because the enemy knows what you're capable of, on the way to your destiny, the distractions become bigger, the daggers become sharper, the days become longer. That's why the pressure is so intense, because the enemy is working overtime to prevent you from simply receiving your anointing. David ran for his life for years, but he was chosen to be a king. You ever wonder why you don't move with the crowd? Because you're chosen. So at times you're going to feel misunderstood. More than likely you're not going to fit in. And in some situations you're not going to be aligned with things or people, because God has a different plan, a divine plan for your life. Accept what your purpose is. And again, when you're chosen, it's going to lead to separation, which leads to isolation, to understand what the purpose is of God's plan. Failure becomes blind when you're chosen to lead. The vision you have isn't for ordinary people. Trust God, trust His plan, and ask to be led by His wisdom. Sometimes God gives you a weight that some can't carry, so the path you walk is meant to walk alone. I had to accept that the course I'm on isn't meant for others to understand. The hardest thing is when your calling separates you from the people that you love. Choices, drive, ambition seclude you from familiar company and places. Jeremiah 1:5. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. God's divine purpose was set before you even took a breath. And after that breath, the journey started to shape your character. Isn't it amazing how God can transform our lives in the most extraordinary way? The spirit of transformation is real. This is how you know when God is talking to you. But you have to have an open ear to be able to hear His voice. Every believer has the ability to hear from God. Please understand that. The ability maximizes the more you communicate with Him. When the burdens feel heavy in the gap, just know God is carrying them with you. He hears you. He hears your prayers. He's listening. He understands. That's the time where it may seem like nothing is going right. Times where it seems nothing is falling into place or in your favor. But please, guys, understand that life happens, especially the unexpected. But David won the battle because of his faith, even in a time of fear. Some things that seem impossible to overcome can break our spirits, but those are the mere tactics from the enemy. He wants to boil the disbelief in God. The faith that victory is near is what's used to defeat the turmoils of life. Listen to me, guys. There's 2 W's we battle with, where our minds might fight these times. The times of wisdom and the times of worry often collide. Stop focusing on the issues and appreciate the possibilities. Stop living in the limits of things that are already evident, the things you already know. Trust God's plan and His timing. The anointing on your life will make it hard for people to ignore. It's like a light shining in the times of darkness. Those same people will be drawn to you even if they don't believe. Then some will despise you for no apparent reason whatsoever. But understand that the spirit in you will set off the demons in other people. The spirit in you will demand attention, but the enemy will not allow you to operate freely because there's a cost for being attacked. The enemy doesn't bother passive Christians. He only wants those on the spiritual battlegrounds. Our deepest battles are with people in the spiritual realm. And when it gets to a degree of difficulty, Satan wants us to see the things for what they're not what they are or what they can be at the present moment. It becomes a mental attack. But please understand this in my closing.